Hello and welcome to our candidate forum featuring candidates from the Sacramento City Council District Number 2. My name is Carol Moon Goldberg. I'm moderator for today and I'm a member of the League of Women Voters of Sacramento County. We have here with us our candidates for Sacramento City Council District Number 2. To my right is Rob Kurth. To my left is Alan Wayne Warren. Thank you, gentlemen, very much for coming. We appreciate it. This forum is co-sponsored by the League of Women Voters of Sacramento County and also by the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission, otherwise known as Metro Cable Channel 14. The forum is being taped live in the chambers of the Sacramento County Board of Supervisors chambers. It is also being taped for rebroadcast on Metro Cable Channel 14. We are live streaming on www.sacramentocable.TV. The League of Women Voters is a nonpartisan, nonprofit organization of women and men established to promote the informed and active participation by citizens in our American government. The League does not support, oppose, or evaluate candidates for any office. The League, on occasion, after careful study, does take positions on ballot propositions on occasion. The format for today's forum will be as follows. Each candidate will make a 90-second opening statement. Next, the candidates will respond to questions from our media panel. Our panel today is Mr. Foon Rhee from the Sacramento Bee and Mr. Jared Goyette from the Sacramento Press. Each panelist will ask a question. Each candidate will have 1 minute to respond. And then each candidate has 1 minute to make a final closing statement. Are we ready to begin with our opening statement? We drew lots. Mr. Kurth is our first opener. You have 90 seconds.
Thank you, and a warm welcome, and thank you to everyone who's joining us this afternoon. I love North Sacramento. It's my family's home, as it has been for 90 years. I love it so much that I came back after college and spent decades working to improve the community. As your council member, as your SMUD board member, and as the president of the North Sacramento Chamber of Commerce. It hurts me to know how poorly the city treats us. How often we are told to settle for less when together we could do so much more to move the community forward. When I represented District 2, we fought together to overhaul Grant High School and brought opportunities like the criminal justice, the GEO, and the lifeguard academies to our youth. We won funding for the Sacramento Urban League and brought big companies like REI and Costco while ensuring that our local businesses had room to grow. Together, we are powerful. We tackle our problems and fix our neighborhoods. I'm proud to have the endorsement of the Sacramento area firefighters, police, and sheriffs, the Twin Rivers teachers, the North Sacramento and Rainbow Chambers of Commerce, the Democratic Central Committee, the Central Labor Council, Supervisor Phil Cerna, and Council members Steve Cohn, Kevin McCarty, Daryl Fong, and Bonnie Pinnell, and of course community leaders from throughout North Sacramento. The City Council election is the most important in years. I ask for your vote so that together we can deliver better education, safety, and jobs, so that together we can improve our community for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kurth. Now, Mr. Warren, your 90-second opening statement.
Thank you. And let me say thank you to the League of Women Voters for allowing me to come here today and speak to you about issues that are very important to our community. My name is Alan Wayne Warren. I'm a candidate for City Council for District 2. My family has resided in District 2 for 50 years. I was born and raised in District 2. I went to elementary school, junior high school, and I graduated from Grant High School in 1982. I was a three-sport athlete at Grant High School. I went away to college and came back to our community in 1990 with the clear focus to help improve the lives of residents in our community. District 2 has been a community that has, irrespective of the economy, has not lived up to all of the pride, the things that we see in other communities where we have opportunities to shop, to have resources, to have jobs in our community. We have not had the kinds of economic development that we've seen throughout our region. My candidacy for City Council is not because I'm an aspiring career politician. I've never run for public office, but I got tired of standing on the sideline and watching people make hollow promises to people in our community who really have worked hard to improve their community but have not had the kinds of support that they needed in City Hall. I'm a candidate for City Council for District 2, and I believe we need the kind of responsive leadership that will focus on issues in our district. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our first question from our panelists will be from Mr. Rhee, and it will be directed to Mr. Kurth first and Mr. Warren second.
Thank you. So with the recent announcements by Comcast that it's pulling out of its call center in Notomis and Campbell's Soup that it's closing its South Sacramento plant, a lot of people out there are worried about jobs and economic development in the city. So what 3 specific things do you think the city should be doing to improve the business climate here?
Well, number one, council members need to be in touch with the community's business leaders on a regular basis. We have to visit all of our large business owners and frankly all of our small business owners too, to make sure that these kinds of things don't sneak up on us unaware. When I was a council member in the 90s, we did that. We visited Campbell's Soup and we found out early that they were proposing to leave at that time. And so it was an all hands on deck moment when we figured out everything that we could do. SMUD stepped up, the city and the county of Sacramento stepped up, and we figured out how to keep the Campbell's Soup here during that period of time. They've been here ever since. It was a good community effort to make it work. Other specific things, sorry, 3 in 1 minute. The second thing is we have to overhaul our planning department, planning processes. We have to make it much easier to stay in business and be in business. And we have to remove the hurdles that stand in our young entrepreneurs' way. We will grow our own businesses, and they will be great businesses far faster than we will bring them in from other parts of the country. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Mr. Warren.
Well, I think that is the chief question facing our region at this particular time. As noted, Campbell's Soup is leaving. Several other businesses have announced that they're leaving our region as well. You know, I believe we have to lower the threshold of bureaucracy for businesses so that they can succeed in our community. I think that over-encumbrances of businesses make it difficult, particularly in a climate that we've just come through. And in fact, some people have suggested that we're not completely through the recession yet. However, understanding the business environment, I think, helps to communicate with effective leadership that will give people the tools to be successful. I've done that in my business. My company has employed people. We've paid millions of dollars in taxes. We've paid millions of dollars of fees to the cities. And in fact, our company currently is doing several projects and in the process of actually hiring. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Our next question will be asked by Mr. Goyette, and it will be answered first by Mr. Warren.
Alan, I just want to narrow the scale a little bit. We talked about the city, talked about the region. This concerns just District 2. And as you both alluded to in your opening statements, while District 2 faces unique problems, some of the highest unemployment and crime in the region, there's a sense in the neighborhoods that they're being underserved. And I'd like to know at least 2 things that you would do on the council that would help improve life in District 2 and how you plan to achieve them.
Sure. District 2 is the most diverse community in the city. And I think that with such diversity, there's a lot of strength there, but there's also a lot of unknowns. I think one of the things that we have to do is to bring our communities together. We need to understand each other. We need to understand our cultures. We need to have the kind of council person that has the ability to bring people together and to really understand and appreciate the differences that we have, to better understand how we can serve one another better. I think we need to have the kind of leadership that has proven the ability to do that. My campaign is a very diverse campaign, and I believe that I'm the candidate that can help bring people together to help solve some of these issues that respond to your question. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Kurth.
North Sacramento is a wonderfully strong community when we work together, when we roll up our sleeves, when we tackle our problems. We have shortages in North Sac, but the single biggest shortage is we don't come together as a community to tackle problems. When Iceland burned down, most folks thought it was a goner, and yet we had 700 volunteers, almost all of them from the North Sacramento community, step forward to roll up their sleeves to make make the ice rink work again. And today it's there. That's a kind of strength that people don't give us credit for, that we can tackle such big problems together. Each neighborhood will have a 5-year plan and a 1-year plan. We'll all work together to deliver on the 1-year plan, and you will write the plan. As neighborhood leaders, as voters in the community, we will come together to do that. Working together, we can solve our problems. We've made a mistake in the past of thinking things could be fixed from the outside, but no, it's up to us. Clearly, the second thing we're going to do, and there's a fairly short list here, we're going to reopen our swimming pools and our community centers.
Thank you. I told the candidates when the stop sign came up they could finish their sentences, and I appreciate it. Both of you have done that, and thank you very much. Our next question will be asked by Mr. Rhee, and Mr. Kurth will be the first one to answer.
Sure. So also on November 6th, city voters will be deciding on Measure U, which is the half-cent sales tax increase. If the candidates can say whether they support it and why or why not.
I am in support of Measure U at this time. The city has painted itself into a corner through years of lack of attention to economic development. The consequences of that not passing means really tremendous cuts to our public safety and to our parks. We as a community have given far too much, especially in what we do for our young people. We have to return to youth activities. We have to create opportunities for our young people. And so for the time, this tax measure makes sense. But that's not all we should do. It's for 6 years. When it's done, in the meantime, we have to work very hard on economic development. That has to be our #1 project, to create jobs in North Sac, to support our local businesses in North Sac, create jobs in the community in the region, to help our businesses grow so that we can outrun the need for this tax very quickly, perhaps even sooner than the 6 years. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Warren.
I am not an advocate for the for Measure U, which is the sales tax increase. I believe that our community has been taxed, and more taxed. And when you consider the fact that we've just come through one of the biggest recessions, in fact, the biggest recession in my lifetime, that in and of itself is an additional tax. And then if you couple that with the fact that the residents of District 2 are at the lower, in terms of income, they're lower, the income wages in District 2 are lower than the city's average. And so, I mean, in my eyes, that's a regressive tax, and it would disproportionately, again, tax people in District 2.
Thank you very much. We move on to our fourth question, which will be asked by Mr. Goyette and answered first by Mr. Warren.
Alan, do you agree with the recent assertion by the Sacramento police chief that the Twin Rivers Unified School District's police department should be disbanded? And how best do you think the problems at the Twin Rivers PD can be resolved?
Well, as we all know, it's been a very sensitive issue in District 2. There have been a number of allegations, and in fact, some things have proven out to be very problematic relative to the Twin Rivers Police Department. I believe currently there's a proposal by Chief Brazil to take over the policing activities of the Twin Rivers School District. It is undetermined at this point, from my perspective, if that is the best course, but I do think that Police Brazil has a very good perspective, and I would like to know more in terms of the details of his proposal. I think it would really be dependent upon his proposal. If it is indeed a $1 million savings, and that the same services or an increased service level could be provided, then I think that's something we should strongly consider.
Thank you very much, Mr. Warren. Mr. Kurth, you now address this question. It can be repeated if you'd like.
No, thank
Okay.
you. I was getting ready. The police department could go either way. I mean, the key issues here are how is it best serving the students of the Twin Rivers School District, and how best to meet their needs, their safety needs, the facility needs, the training needs, and also the community representation. Having a police department means quite a bit to the district, and I think it means quite a bit to the children there. We were able to start the police training academy at Grant High School, and it continues to graduate some wonderful officers into our police services. It is a multi-jurisdictional event, or I'm sorry, organization that goes both city and county, so there are some complications there. I really think the issue is training. The issue is focused on mission. And the issue is making sure that we have the right people in the right place to serve the constituents there. You know, I'm proud to have the support of both the police and sheriff in this region to be able to pull people together to make that happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now we go to our fifth and the final question from Mr. Rhee. Mr. Kurth will be answering it first.
Sure. So I'm curious what you see as the biggest difference between yourself and your opponent and how that would make you a better representative for the district.
The biggest difference, with me you get experience, and with me you get dedication. And with me you get somebody who's been there fighting for you for really decades to make things better in the community. When I was your council member the first time, we got together, we came up with our plans as a community, as a people. We figured out what would make the most difference for us, and then we delivered them. We delivered some things that nobody thought we could ever make happen, whether it was probably what should be simple things like reopening the Grants High School, to winning federal grant money to start Del Paso Nuevo, to building the Arden Garden Connector, to starting to really rebuilding every school in the district through bond measures and just bringing folks together. So what you get is somebody who knows how to make this slow and complicated machinery of the government in our region work for you, so that you're better off, so that our community pride continues to grow, so that our community is stronger. That's the single biggest difference. The other big difference you get with me is just boundless energy to make it happen. Thanks.
Mr. Warren, it's now your turn to answer the question.
Yes. Well, I believe the biggest difference is that I'm not a career politician. I've not ever run for public office before. So I'm not weighted by special interests and the things that typical politicians have to deal with. District 2 has had years of underperformance, and we've had leader after leader after leader make promises. I am in this city council race because people from District 2 has asked me to run for city council, and they thought that I had what it took to help make the kinds of differences and bring the kind of focus to the issues that are problematic in our community. Our schools have underperformed. The unemployment rate is almost 3 times the rate for the city in our district, particularly amongst minorities in our community. Businesses not only have left the city, but they've left District 2. Del Paso Boulevard, of which Mr. Kurth has been the chair of the North Sacramento Chamber, there 40% of the businesses are boarded and vacant. You know, and those that are there have struggled to maintain their existence there. We need someone who has business experience who can help bring about the kind of climate that will make the difference needed. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This concludes the question and answer session of our forum. I'd like to thank Mr. Rhee from the Sacramento Bee and Mr. Goyette from the Sacramento Press. Thank you very much for coming and asking questions of us. We will now be shifting to the closing statements. We drew lots for that, and each candidate will receive 60 seconds or 1 minute to make a closing statement. Mr. Alan Wayne Warren will be first, followed by Mr. Robert Kurth. Mr. Warren.
Again, thank you to the League of Women Voters for allowing me to come here and speak to you today. This city council race is very important to the city of Sacramento, but in District 2, it is extraordinarily critical. District 2 has been afflicted with many of the issues that we spoke about today for years and years and years. District 2, in my opinion, needs the kind of tough leadership, someone who can focus on the issues, bring people together, and solve problems. I've proven I could do that in my business career. We've gone through one of the most extraordinary recessions in modern history, and yet our company is still producing jobs. And so District 2 needs that kind of focus. We need someone that can empower that community through economic development to help bring jobs for young people, community services for the seniors and older people in our community, and safety. Safety is a tremendous issue in our community. The crime rate exceeds the city average, and I believe I can impact that through helping to bring jobs and economic development to the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Warren. Now our final closing statement comes from Rob Kurth.
City of Sacramento is a mess. It treats the North Sacramento community terribly. The hard things, creating jobs, revitalizing our boulevards, securing a supermarket for North Sac, don't get done. Worse yet, the simple things, like streetlights, leaf piles, and swimming pools, seem beyond the city's ability. The city is failing. It's failing us, and it's failing our children. North Sacramento needs strong leadership that will stand up for our community and get things done. When I represented District 2, I heard your concerns. We fought side by side to improve our schools and youth programs, built community centers and job training centers. We attracted large employers and kept our businesses open. As your council member, again, I will focus on what matters. Balance the budget, invest in our youth, save local businesses, and bring quality jobs back. Ours is a strong community, and I'm committed to leading us forward. I ask for your vote because together we can make North Sacramento what we hope for. We did it before, and we will again. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And this concludes our forum for Sacramento City Council District Number 2. Once again, our candidates are Alan Wayne Warren on my left and Rob Kurth on my right. Thank you both for participating in this forum, and thank you both for running for this very important seat. On behalf of the League of Women Voters of Sacramento County and the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television, I thank all of you and our panelists. I will remind you that this forum will be rebroadcast on Metro Cable Channel 14 periodically. If you would like to see a schedule for when those rebroadcasts will occur, please take a look at our Smart Voter website. That is www.smartvoter.org, or you can look at the League's website, which is www.lwvsacramento.org. Thank you again for participating. Remember, Election Day is November the 6th. Please go out and vote and make our democracy work. Thank you very much.